My learning is like a blooming flower, and I guess my life is kind of like a blooming flower too. Flowers grow from the roots to the stem into beautiful flowers with beautiful petals and beautiful colors. I met a man who has encouraged my education, who has pressed me to be the best person I possibly can be. He always told me he knew that I could do it. He knew that I could be a teacher. My flower has died before, but I have made it bloom again by pushing myself, realizing the goal that I wanted to be. I hit a snag. We had my son, the brightest time in my life. But after he was born, I kept going. I pushed myself to get back into school because I knew my flower still needed to bloom. I lost my grandma when I was young. She was much like a mother, and much like a mother to Jaden when I knew I needed her. She always pushed me. She always taught me that the goal was what was important, and that was to become a teacher. My flower died when she died, but I made it bloom again, knowing I needed to push myself back into learning and back into being a teacher and getting my education. My happy family has been the thriving goal, to make them happy, to make them realize that I can support them and love them. My beautiful colors have shown, and sometimes they haven't. But I want to teach kids like my son who are so excited to read and learn and listen. Even if it rains, my flower will still bloom. It'll still die, and it'll still bloom. But I know with me, I can be the best person possible. I know that I'm the person that can make it through. I know that if I do my best, my learning will always be like that blooming flower. Whether I hit a stump and the flower dies, or I hit a growth and my flower grows, every time I will make sure the end of my flower blooming. I will make sure I make my family proud. My son, the person that looks up to me. I also will make sure that he knows that an education is the best thing, and that learning will always be like a blooming flower. You hit snags and the flower dies. But remember, when you're on a path to righteousness, that flower blooms, and you can't do it without people who love you by your side. He just needs to remember, and so do I, that my flower will always bloom, and my learning will always be like a blooming flower. As long as I push myself to succeed, I know that I can be the best me.